Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on Zomedica. And don't know what's been going on with this one here lately. Could have cashed out here about 2 weeks ago, and it's just been on the downhill since then. So I've been in this one for a while. Looks like it did get to 266 back in mid-February. And that was the other peak here on March 15th. I think that was about the release of True Forma. I have some other videos on this. I'd have to go back and research. But as you can see, just a major drop off there. Just yesterday. So 133 down to 119. So there's your buying opportunity. It was almost close to my cost basis, but this is ticker ZOM. If you don't know what this one is, I'm sure you already know if you're watching this one. A lot of people watch this one, but I think it's kind of losing some steam. But you can leave your comments, and if you're still in this one or sold, or what your thoughts are on it, or if it's POS in your mind, so leave that as well. But this is a veterinary health company which engages in the discovery, development, commercialization of pharmaceuticals for companion pets. The main catalyst is the True Forma. Been around since 2013, $1.28 billion market cap, and kind of decent volume going. 78 million, and you can see where I've tried buying some shares at 205. On February 22, 85 cents back on January 27th, and 97 cents back on January 26th. But just some information here. Yahoo Finance is showing it bearish here. This is just another look at it on Yahoo Finance. Meme stock investors turn to Brooklyn Immunotherapeutics. I hadn't heard of this one until I started researching Zomedica and come across some of this information. In a twitchy world of meme stocks, Brooklyn Immunotherapeutics is in, and Zomedica Corp may be on its way out. Brooklyn Immunotherapeutics initially surged as much as 83% on Tuesday before paring back to a 30% gain as more than 44 million shares changed hands during the trading day. So if you're looking to get out of Zomedica, maybe this would be one for you, or maybe you're already in Brooklyn Immunotherapeutics. Like I said, this is the first I've heard of this one. I tend to kind of stay away from I don't know, a lot of the therapeutics, the biopharma. They're just kind of up and down, too volatile at times, but if you get in them and time them right, you can make some pretty decent money on them. But this goes over Brooklyn Immunotherapeutics star on the rise while Zomedica stalls, and you can see here the difference. Zomedica is here in the blue line. Brooklyn Immunotherapeutics, they kind of trade kind of similar, but Brooklyn looks like it's starting to take off. So if you have any of this one, go ahead and leave it in the comments and what your thoughts are on that one, and if you're still in Zomedica and what your thoughts are on that one. I'm continuing to hold. If I see another day that kind of does this, where it goes up, and if I can catch that and rebuy it down here, I might try doing that, but I'll just have to wait and see. Is Zomedica buy? This is just stated on the 30th. Zomedica has been one of the most intriguing and best performing healthcare penny stocks of the past year. In fact, and I missed the boat on this one. In fact, an investment of $10,000 in its shares last March would be worth over $85,000 today. What's behind such astonishing gains? As it turns out, the company has built a device that detects hormonal disorders in pets If that doesn't sound exciting at all, well, investors think otherwise. Zomedica is now a billion-dollar company by market cap, are shares on the path to take investors to the promised land? Or is the opportunity to take money on Zomedica stock largely over? What's with the hype? With no product revenue, an annual loss of $16.9 million and roughly $90 million in assets, Zomedica is clearly still in the very early stages of commercialization of true pharma. So if you look at it that way, and if you are long-term on this one, just keep watching and maybe buy the dip. Again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, but maybe you can buy the dip and stay in it for the long-term if you're still liking this one. Just as it says there, clearly still in the very early stages of commercialization of True Pharma, a device that measures cortisol levels in dogs and cats via bulk acoustic wave detection technology. But analyzing a company isn't just about looking at its financials. A firm's intangible assets, especially if newly developed, have the potential to generate cash flows in the future, and that's what we need to look at. The quarter, the company signed an agreement with Miller Vet Supply, the oldest veterinary distributor in the country, and sold its first device in March. The chief operating officer of Miller Vet said that True Pharma is an industry-changing technology. So right there you have it as a catalyst. So it looks like it is kind of expensive, despite heavy and costing up to $18,500 per device. Systems on the market have their own unique advantages that can detect everything from cardiac abnormalities, endocrine disorders, and chronic diseases to tumor markers for starters. So if this did take off, I can see this, I don't know, I'm just going to say a $5 stock, because there's tons of vets, people love their pets, and especially 2020, I think the love for pets escalated. So since everybody couldn't do anything, I was still out and about, but a lot of people stayed home and for fear of the Rhinoceros Rex, and some people are still staying home. So what's the verdict? At this point, I'm not convinced that a single pet diagnostic device that can operate in a limited fraction of the testing industry should have a market cap north of $1.6 billion. Investors should know that it's best to consolidate the gains and take profits after such a spectacular run-up. I would definitely wait for the commercialization results to roll in before placing too much faith in True Pharma and in turn Zomedica stock. So it might just be a waiting game on this one. So a lot of people have been in this one. I myself, and I know a lot of other people out there, were waiting on the True Pharma to just project the stock towards the 5 to 10 or whatever people's projections of the stock was going to be, but then it kind of disappointed. But so I think there was probably a lot of sell-off on it, and as you can see here in the last month, it's just been going down, going down, going down. So back to Reddit. See if we can find any details in here. Sell first True Pharma unit 22 days ago, and it's been on the decline ever since then. So this is all older information, 1 and 2 months. We'll check out Stock Twits, see if we can find anything. As you can see, it's currently at $1.23. People are still bullish on this one, so people still like the stock, so maybe they're waiting for it to go down and will buy the dip. I haven't quite decided yet. If it hits $1, I might pick up some more shares, but we'll just have to wait and see. And where the sky, space, and cosmos are. $2.91. I didn't buy in there. That'd be kind of an ouch right now, but I don't really set stops on a lot of stocks. Some people do. I've done it, and then they slightly dip below what you had them stopped at, and then they run back up. So I don't really set stops, but on something like this, if you're buying in at the peak there, I bought in at the peak on Genius brand. That's the first one that comes to mind. I would like to lower my cost basis or totally get out of, but I would set a stop on it if I bought in at the top, but maybe that person didn't know they were buying in at the top, but some is at the bottom, but that's basically all that I have about Zomedica. As you can see, I still have 60 shares. I've had these for a while at $1.16. So I'm still just barely in the green. Whoopee, $3.80, and as you can see, today's return down $10. So I'll watch this one for another couple weeks. Might possibly do another video about it here in a week or two. We'll kind of see what the price is at. This is another thing to keep in mind. Earnings expected on May 14 after hours, so we'll see what that does to the price, but you can kind of see what it's done here in the last 3 months. If you'd have got into it at 40 cents and cashed out there, you'd be looking pretty good. But like I said, if you have this one, go ahead and leave it in the comments along with your cost basis and how many shares you have, and that would be interesting to know, and your thoughts on this one, or if you have any other information on it. Again, this is J Money. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, and subscribe if you haven't, and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. I thank you for watching the videos. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.